What's up, everyone? Tera Roberts and Howard Bender here for your Thursday night pregame show for Week 12, except this is a special Thursday night pregame show because it is Wednesday. It is Wednesday, so we are the Wednesday night Thanksgiving special. That is the name that I have officially dubbed this show. And we are taking your questions live in the Fantasy Alarm Discord, so get in there. I already see them in there in the live stream Q&A section. Jump in, get them in there so that we can get to them. All your questions. Start, sit. Trade questions, rest of season questions. Crazy injury questions, crazy all of this nonsense that is going on this week, wild week, DFS questions, everything. We are ready to go. And this is a special show because it is Wednesday, yes, but also because there's like 5,000 pieces of chaos going on in the NFL. So, Howard, are you having a better week than Zach Wilson?
Oh, I think anybody's having a better week than Zach Wilson. Like when we started the show, I was doing this, like this was the baby Elmo gif when he's like sitting on the potty. Just thinking about it, because that's Zach Wilson right now. I mean, we've taken him and we've reduced him to nothing more than a petulant child who just got scolded, grounded by Robert Saleh. And listen, I think this is a great move for the Jets. I just it's gonna be very telling about Zach Wilson's development, how he reacts to this. If he, just I'm learning my lesson. Then we can all move on and everything's great. If he gets a little pissy about it, well, then, listen, I mean, do you want a quarterback who, turns around and says, no, I didn't let down my team. I was 9 for 22. I looked atrocious out there, but I don't feel like I let down my team at all. I mean, it boggles my mind there. So it's Mike White season, at least for week 12. And I got to tell you, I don't hate Garrett Wilson now that Mike White is the quarterback. I'm okay with that.
I was going to ask.
He's literally the only Jet. The only Jet that I would touch this week would be Garrett Wilson. The only one.
Not Michael Carter? I'm kind of in on Michael Carter.
I did. I put him in the watch list.
Given all the Mike White dump-offs that we saw last year.
Yeah, I forgot about that
Wilson's,
aspect.
Specialty right there.
So smart. See, this is why you do this is why you run the live stream, Tara. I just sit here.
I specialize in the lower echelon of players that we want to look at. That's my specialty, apparently. I like the deep waiver ads, all the little cheapies and stuff. If you need one of your RB 3, 4, 5, 6, I can find you one. That is my specialty there. But yeah, that's crazy.
I'll take an RB6. Listen, there are some leagues where I need an RB6. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there are a couple in particular that I could use. A couple deep leagues where I could use a little boost here. But yeah, Zach Wilson, man, have you ever seen somebody literally talk their way into a bench like that? That was wild. Like you could have said anything else and you would more than likely be starting this week. They had no incentive to really move on from him at any point. He literally just gave the perfect response for getting yourself benched. I've never seen anything like that. Like you could have let this be a lesson to you guys. Like you need to go to your Derek Carr script. You go up there, you look teary, like you're distraught, you're hurt. Like
you gotta learn your cliches.
Yeah, I want more for us. I'm so sorry. Even when it's not your fault, like you can get out there and even when it's technically not your fault, like get out there and just man, I could have had my team's back more. Be the leader. Be the leader, even if it was not realistically your fault. Don't get out there and literally just say, nah, man, this wasn't on me. It was on everybody else.
So bad. It was so bad. But yeah, I mean, so now I guess the question is from the quarterback situation, because this isn't the only situation we're dealing with right now. I don't know if we're trusting Justin Fields to play. We're told Kyler Murray's supposed to be back. Kyle Allen is now the new starting quarterback in Houston. I feel like I'm missing one. Well, I mean, I don't even need to talk about Sam Darnold, quarterback of the Panthers, do I?
Yeah, that one's interesting for me. I do kind of like, because, in my looking at my lower guys, like DJ Moore was not bad last year with Sam Darnold. We had that nice little start off to the season. where, the targets were flowing to him. He had, several double-digit target games, and before everything, fell off the wheels with Sam Darnold. So maybe if he can get to like a decent start, I don't know. Just like it's this is not a massive upgrade for the Panthers. You're not going anywhere. But Baker Mayfield is just so toxic for his wide receiver one. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The only problem that I have, I mean, and I really, because I wrote this game up for Pickswise, right? Denver, Carolina. I mean, this is just gross. But like, what bums me out? I mean, it doesn't bum me out, but like, I don't know how I can value DJ Moore even with Sam Darnold because he's going to see a lot of Patrick Surtain, in this matchup. It's so funny. You look at Denver, they're scoring 14.7 points per game this year. Lowest in the NFL, absolutely atrocious. They're only allowing like 18 points a game this season. So they're obviously on the losing side of things, but their defense is really held up nicely. Like these games, they grind these games down to just an abysmal halt, but the defenses kind of hold their own. So, Sam Darnold going up against the Denver D kind of makes me a little.
Yeah. I agree on that one. I mean, unless you're like Devontae Adams, you don't really stand a chance of like having a massive game. Like even guys like Michael Pittman Jr., like he had an okay game, but it was nothing to write home about. Like, Surtain just kind of shuts you down. So even if you're a top tier guy, there's only so high that you can get unless you're in that top 3 echelon of guys. So yeah, I agree with you. Like this is an overall better situation, but it's literally the worst matchup that he could have, unfortunately.
Not favorable, not ideal. As Justin Fetchman always says here at Fantasy Alarm, not ideal.
Not ideal. And then we had one more quarterback situation with Matt Stafford being out. We've got Bryce Perkins starting, and LA is a whole what a whole mess. I mean, we can just pit stop here for a second on Darrell Henderson being gone. So now we've got the Cam Akers and Kyren Williams show, which is, obviously a lot of people, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how many questions we get this week as we start getting into the start sits, because I know in deeper leagues, people are interested in Kyren Williams and PPR. And, some people are advising you pick up Cam Akers off waivers. You got Bryce Perkins starting. You've got no Cooper Kupp. You got just a really weird situation where defense can literally just say, okay, well, you're not going to run on us. Throw the ball to who?
Right. I mean, Bryce Perkins to Allen Robinson, who gets no separation. I mean, listen, I like Van Jefferson and Ben Skoranek. I mean, they're okay guys. They're not, I mean, those are your deep dives. And when you're dealing with injuries and stuff like that, then you can turn to a Van Jefferson. But yeah, that's the problem for me with Kyren Williams is that the dude's he's like 5'8", $180. He's like Gio Bernard size. So we know that, when these guys do get lit up and they get lit up, I mean, it's kind of scary at times to, watch one of these guys get hit. So when that happens, you do kind of worry about it. And I mean, listen, I'm not saying that, the Chiefs are, I wouldn't want Frank Clark wrapping me up. I'll tell you that. That would be an issue. So, I'm with you on the fact that, I'll tell you what, the best way to compare it, like Latavius Murray.
Yeah.
Running for Denver. It's still Denver's offense. The offense still sucks. The play calling is still garbage. Latavius Murray is a journeyman. So really, you're picking him up off the waivers, but what's your expectation from him? So I kind of feel like it's the same thing there when you're talking about the Rams and their running game, Kyren Williams, Cam Akers. Cam Akers going to get that start. Kyren Williams going to see that pass catching work, but I mean, how effective is that going to be when they're getting their asses handed to them by Kansas City?
Yeah, that's what makes me very wary of Akers. I mean, and you look, and there's like, and not just this week, next week as well. Like they get on a nice string of good running game matchups, but I feel like you just can't trust it, especially with Akers, because I feel like we have pretty good confirmation at this point. they're not going to give him passes. So
Right.
you're looking at a an Isaiah Pacheco situation, but he doesn't run as hard. He's not as fast, so it's just not as effective, unfortunately. Yeah. So if anything, I kind of lean towards if you're in a super deep league and you want to go for Kyren Williams and it's PPR, you're looking at that pass catching upside, I can kind of get on board with that because I can see 10 fantasy points there, 10 to 12. But I don't feel so good about Akers. I don't. This is just
yeah. I don't feel good about them either. And I mean, so weird that here in week 12 we can kind of take this even a step further and just kind of put the string through the popcorn. A little holiday cheer for everybody out there. Putting that string through the popcorn, because then it's like, okay, like, would you rather Latavius Murray or Cam Akers or Kyren Williams, or Todd Bowles says he's riding the hot hand. Is it going to be Leonard Fournette? Is it going to be Rachaad White? Rachaad White's name keeps popping up on every single one of these questions. I literally feel like everybody has Rachaad White. Like everybody's allowed to own him on their teams, right? It doesn't matter. It's not just limited to one team in your league. Everybody's allowed Rachaad White, because I've been getting so many questions about him and what to do with him in the realm that we're talking about with these running backs. Where do you rank like Fournette and Rachaad White among these situations?
So I mean, I lean towards, generally speaking, I don't want to go towards a split backfield, but this is the one instance where I will lean towards the split over a Latavius Murray, who will get the sheer volume, being the sole man standing. Not like the literal soul. That was the weirdest cut, because that's it. You've got Latavius Murray. You literally said, this is all we got, and we're going with it. But Chase Edmonds on IR.
Come on.
Like, you knew that.
Marlon Mack's mom is on the phone, and she wants to know why you're not giving her son any love right now.
I appreciate how hard he's trying, man. Like, I gotta say, man, he's bounced like that's a special record right there. I mean, that's like, I don't like, who did that. I mean, like Devonta Freeman bounced around quite a bit last year, but I mean, outside of that, man, he's, I appreciate the effort. So I hope this one works out for him finally, and he can get a little boost there. But aside from last man standing Latavius Murray, I mean, I'm going with Rachaad White over it. And Leonard Fournette said he's feeling a little sore, and your hip stinger, it's still feeling a little sore. They're going with the hot hand over there. And quite frankly, the better hot hand has looked like Rachaad White. And then on top of that, they have a fantastic matchup. So I feel like you gotta lean in towards that one. Yeah.
I don't feel like I want to lean towards that one.
That's the one. Like, of all those, like, we've got such shake, and I did like a little quick video on, like, we have so many like low end running backs shaky situations where they all have the best matchups. Like, if you go and you look at all the running backs, they all have the best matchups this week. So you're kind of sitting there and you're like, am I playing the matchup? What am I doing? In this situation, yeah, I like Rachaad White in the split backfield, in the fantastic matchup. I think he'll be the one that gets the vast majority of work. And the reason I liked him, he was somebody who was on waiver list after waiver list after waiver list for me, because I don't understand why, but I feel like people didn't appreciate that he was literally a 1-for-1 replacement for Fournette. Like they utilized him in the exact same way. He's got all the skill sets to be able to do it. It's not like you were talking about the Kyren Williams situation, where this is not, Kyren Williams can't be a 1-for-1 replacement of a lead back because he is too little to do so. Rachaad White can do it. He has the capabilities. So yeah,
you're in on Rachaad
like
White.
Rachaad White. Yeah, I'm in on it.
All right, I like it. Let's do it. What else do we got?
Oh man, we've got, so those are our massive ones. I mean, we've got other injuries that are happening. You mentioned Kyler Murray practice in full, so I feel like we can trust Kyler Murray to come back this week. I feel like he maybe could have come back on Monday night, and they said, no, I think we got it. Colt can handle it. Colt cannot handle it. So, Kyler's got to come back now. You gotta get better. Full practice, so we're all good. Justin Fields is a weird one that we're gonna have to monitor. I feel like we're gonna have to make some decisions, because we got a lot of these Thanksgiving Day quarterbacks here where, you got streaming options with here that you can go with Daniel Jones,
Yeah.
Jared Goff, I would say no. But I know a lot of teams have Dak and another quarterback. So if you've got, I do have a Dak and Justin Fields team. I have one Dak and Justin Fields team. So I feel like I have to go ahead and start Dak for sure. So in those situations, you've got these guys that are, streaming. Kirk Cousins is a weird one too that I think we have to talk through as we're going through our Thanksgiving Day slate, because that's another weird one where it's New England is a tough matchup when they unfortunately gave Kirk Cousins the primetime game as well. So, you got to make decisions about where
against the Patriots.
Yeah, like they kind of set you up right there, unfortunately. And you would like to think, hey, this Kirk Cousins a nice bounce back game because last week was absolutely atrocious. But I don't feel like I can trust him. So we've got a lot of decisions that we have to make in terms of the quarterback situations here.
I want to go back because I want to ask you. I want to touch on this a little bit here because it's another one that I'm hearing a lot of, especially with the games tomorrow. Is Daniel Jones versus Jared Goff? Now, I mean, listen, I know that Daniel Jones, he's got that high up, he's got that high floor because of the rushing. And you have to figure that the Dallas Cowboys with their pass rush is they're just going to chase him around the field. And so we're good with that, right? We know that that's happening. But there's going to literally be no chance for Saquon to get any momentum going. There's no chance for the passing attack to really take off. They're down 3 offensive linemen. No center, no Feliciano's out. They're I think it's their right guard, no, their left guard and their right tackle. They're all out. And 2 of the other guys, their left tackle's questionable, and the backup right tackle is questionable too. So I kind of just I worry about Daniel Jones in that situation. Detroit, Buffalo, yeah. Listen, Buffalo is a phenomenal defense. They got Tre'Davious White is back. Jordan Poyer is healthy again. So, damn, like which one would you start out of that? And I mean, we can look at this from like a season long standpoint because I mean, DFS wise, they're both pretty much similar price tags as well. Who do you like?
I think I still have to go with Daniel Jones. I mean, I feel like and it's tough because Buffalo's defense has been reeling, but if I'm playing the thought process in my head, Buffalo coming off of struggling games, the defense has been reeling, and you get Detroit. I like it. Is Jared Goff on Thanksgiving going to be able to light up Buffalo? I don't. And I feel like if anything, and actually, I kind of looked at this not last week, but maybe the week before when Minnesota was playing Buffalo. If you want to attack them, the better way to attack them is on the ground. So I'm wondering if this just continues to be more of an aggressive Jamal Williams push because you don't want to throw on them. You can just Dalvin Cook had a fantastic game against them. You want to just stay the course on the ground. So I don't know. I think I still lean towards Jared Goff. But at the same time, let me ask you, if you look at other low-end, we've gotten to the point where there's no such thing as a low-end Jimmy Garoppolo. That's a start now. We don't have Jimmy Garoppolo as a streaming option anymore. Our streaming options have gone down quite a bit. So there's a new baseline that we have to look at with guys like Trevor Lawrence. Those are not streaming options anymore. So when I look at that and I'm looking at the list of guys and options that you have, and we've got someone like Taylor Heineke that is in a good matchup, but he is coming off of a couple of awful games.
Mm-hmm.
He does have rushing upside. We just haven't seen it recently. But would you rather go with a Taylor Heineke or a Daniel Jones?
Ooh. I would probably say that I would rather go with Heineke. I mean, listen, the matchup against the Falcons it's a soft matchup. Even if AJ Terrell is back, am I that concerned? Terry McLaurin will beat him in coverage over and over again. I like the weaponry better. I like the security of the offensive line better at this point right now. So yeah, I just updated the playbook, the Fantasy Alarm playbook for the Thanksgiving slate. That's actually available for free, everybody. Free Fantasy Alarm playbook. Happy Thanksgiving, right? I'm thankful for all of you, and so I gave you a free playbook. But then I just updated Daniel Jones, and I'm like, dude, 3 offensive linemen are out, and I mean, yeah, now I'm like a little
Yeah.
nervous. And I even I was trying to figure out, Cowboys are a 10-point favorite in this game. The over under is like 45 and a half or something like that. And I was all in on Giants plus plus the 9.5 points and the over for this game. And now I'm like, how the hell are the Giants going to score it all? And now I'm like,
Mm,
do I go Cowboys, lay the points? Does this turn into like a 31-10 type of a game?
yeah.
Oh, oh, Jim
Yeah.
Bowden would be insufferable, insufferable if the Cowboys dominate like that badly. He also knows that my wife is a Giants fan, so
Yes.
that ruins my evening when the Giants lose, and then she gets all crabby on me, and I'm like,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
I tell you,
Yeah. I
it's
am
rough
with you.
stuff.
And that would be 2 weeks in a row of Dallas dominance. So yeah. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the Taylor Heineke end of that one. Our streaming options have gotten very suspect. It's a shaky situation. We've also got Lamar Jackson that is dealing with an injury as well. Now, John Harbaugh said that he is okay and he's going to play in full. And I trust Harbaugh. Like if I heard that out of if I heard that out of Pete Carroll, I'd be like, I don't know about that. But I feel like John Harbaugh comes through when he says like, nah, this is going to happen. So I'm feeling okay that Lamar Jackson is going to play. Are there any?
You sound so excited about that.
Let me ask you: is there anyone other than Mark Andrews that you are interested in this game or this
Um,
on the team?
on the Ravens side,
Yeah.
no, not really, not really. It's Mark Andrews because I mean, good for Demarcus Robinson. Good for him, right? I mean, I'm happy for him. It was successful. Is he a wide receiver one? No. Is Devin Duvernay? No. I mean, this is not a good group of weapons. And listen, we know it's all about Mark Andrews and where he is on the field. I could be convinced that if Isaiah Likely were to play some more snaps and some more two
Yeah.
tight end sets and let him run a couple of extra routes, then I'd be like, oh, okay, there we go. Then I might be interested. But for right now, no, it is just Andrews. Yeah, I mean, maybe Gus Edwards, maybe, but probably not. I don't know. You talking pass catchers, aren't you? So no.
But them too. When I'm with you, I'm kind of terrified of that running back situation because we genuinely don't know. And on top of that, the performance last week was very suspect. Like I was all like, oh yeah, Kenyon Drake, and that is not like that one was strange right there. It was like if there was a matchup for you to be A-okay in, that was real strange there. But I'm okay with Demarcus Robinson in deeper leagues. I am. I'm rolling with him in deep leagues. Like if you're in a 12-team league and you need a good low end flex, you've got a couple flex options and you need somebody to plug in, I can roll with it. It is a good matchup. We got Jerry Jeudy that is also not practicing. And I don't feel like I'm trusting that one. You know, with these ankle situations that we've had multiple times with multiple receivers where it's, oh, it wasn't as bad as it was. It's okay. He's going to be all right. And then we've got multiple missed weeks here. So I don't know. I'm not buying that Jerry Jeudy is going to practice this week. So that might be another one that you got to watch out for and prepare if you've got Thursday pivots. We've got a lot of Thursday pivots. This is the fun part of the Thursday slate is that you have to think ahead of time because we've got 6 teams on there. And if you have to make those pivots because you've got injury concerns, you have to go ahead and do that with all of these teams that are on Thursday. And that might be one of those guys where if you've got a Jerry Jeudy situation and you're not sure, and you don't want to take the chance and say, I'm going to roll out Kendall Hinton, which was not that bad.
Ooh.
You could do it. It was not that bad. But superstar Kendall Hinton.
Superstar.
Yeah.
So good.
I think that covers the only other thing, Joe Mixon in concussion protocol. I wouldn't expect. We have Juju that's come out, but again, fresh off the 1 week thing, we don't expect to see them that first week unless it's a kind of weird circumstance. That happened with Christian Watson multiple times where he didn't really have concussions. But other than that, I think you got to prepare that it's going to be Samaje Perine in a bad matchup, but he does have pass catching upside. So I'm okay with Samaje Perine as an RB2 this week.
I'm okay with Samaje Perine as an RB2 this week as well. Speaking of the Bengals, by the way, did you know that Joe Burrow apparently went to the same medical school as Jerry Jones? Because now Joe Burrow is diagnosing injuries and talking about timetables for returning. And according to Joe Burrow, he expects to see Jamar Chase on the field this week. How comfortable do you feel starting Jamar Chase?
That's such a tough one. Because I had him nixed out. I was like, oh, no, you were in a walking boot like a few days ago. So no. But now you have to consider it because it is him. So yeah. Sunday or Cincinnati, they're in a 1 p.m. game, right? They're not in a
Correct. Yeah, they're in the early slate.
All right. Well, at least there's that. If there's if there's Jamar Chase, I will play him in season long. I'm not touching it in DFS because that's a little shaky.
That's a lot shaky.
Yeah, but I'll do it in season long if he's gonna play. I'm gonna hope it teeters on the Keenan Allen side if he's gonna play, and not the Mike Williams side if he's gonna play, because that was a tragedy.
Tragedy, the ultimate of understatements, right there.
Yes, and it was Keenan Allen was the one that I didn't trust.
Oh.
Wrong.
Okay,
I see. We got lots of questions here.
All right, let's hit it then. Yeah, the YouTube page is like loaded up too. So
let's go. All right, we're 30 minutes in. We can do it. I was gonna ask you, but we'll get to it. I want to know at some point your Thanksgiving Day strategies with DFS. If you're a main slate guy, how many showdowns you're playing, single game, and I want to know.
I am a main slate guy. I will play the 3-game slate and happy to it. I don't need to do the showdowns. There's so many dart throws that go into showdowns. Not that you don't need a couple of dart throws there, but if truth be told, here you go. You know what? I built a lineup earlier today. Tell me what you think.
Mm.
Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
We're going Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott.
I like it.
Stephon Diggs, CeeDee Lamb, DJ Chark. I needed a little pay down there. TJ Hawkinson.
Love that.
Because my feeling is that what's Belichick going to do? He's going to focus on Jefferson. He's going to focus on Cook. Hawkinson.
Love that.
I had to throw a punt play as my flex, and I'm teetering between Mitchell, the tight end from Detroit, or Lawrence Cager, the tight end from the Giants. But I think he's going to end up being held to block the entire time now. So I've got Mitchell in there, and the Patriots D.
Yes, I like it. Do you prefer the Patriots D to Dallas?
I couldn't afford the Dallas D.
Yeah.
I could not afford the Dallas D. Dallas D is about $700 more expensive, and man, I'm hard pressed to pay down further from DJ Chark and Mitchell.
Yeah. We don't have a lot of options in terms of the pay downs here.
There is not. Where do I go? Just looking right now. Yeah. DJ Chark, I could go if I wanted to save $700, then that would put me into the realm of Brandon Zylstra.
Yeah, no. The Thursday slate is not the one for the paydowns. There's some good paydowns on the main slate. There's some good paydowns there, but
there's some great paydowns on the main slate. Absolutely.
Thursday is a little shaky. So yeah, I don't mind the TJ Chark one. I don't mind it at all. I like that lineup. I love the TJ Hawkinson one too. I think that's the best bet to go with at tight end.
Thanks, Tara.
Yes. I love it. I have not thought about my Thursday main slate yet, so I am not on top of it as you are right now. We'll get
I'm
there.
only doing it because I had to do the stupid
You had
playbook
to do
today.
the playbook, so you're
And tomorrow morning, I got to do like example lineups before the game starts.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I got to make sure that that's posted before 8:30 in the morning, my time. So I got to get up early. I got to deal with that. But we're not doing the live stream tomorrow. So I get to just sit and eat afterwards.
Hey, but I don't have any streams in the morning, so I'm gonna sit there and really actually think about DFS and get to like do something other than like having to sit there rapid do it between live shows. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
We should talk some lineups tomorrow, you and me.
Yes, 100%.
All right, let's do some Q&A here. Let's help these kids
Yes.
out.
Because we've got some that I'm jumping all the way up to the morning because I appreciate all of you that got in there. First thing in the morning, home run at 8:30 my time. Happy Thanksgiving Eve, Howard and Tara. I have Kamara, Jacobs, Jeff Wilson, Pollard, Latavius Murray. Need 3 full PPR.
Ooh, I mean, Jacobs is a must for me.
Yeah.
Against Seattle, I love that game just overall.
Oh yeah.
I think Tony Pollard is a must.
Think so too.
Which then becomes really problematic because it's between Kamara and Jeff Wilson. Like, how do you sit Alvin Kamara?
Yeah.
But Jeff Wilson.
How do you do it?
Such a great matchup.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I gotta go with Jeff Wilson. I don't want to sit Kamara. I don't want to, but I mean, I can't fathom a situation where like the upside is higher with Kamara, but I think you can get a nice solid 20 from Jeff Wilson.
I do too. I love this matchup for them. I think that, Miami, I'm looking at Miami. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take Miami. I'm going to lay the 13.5 points that they're given because I mean, I love that offense so much.
Yes.
So,
I like it. Those are the 3. I think we're in agreement there.
We're so smart.
Yes. One more from home run. In another full PPR league, never thought I would ask this. CMC or Stevenson? I think I know the answer. Just read the DFS playbook.
Well, I mean, listen, I love Ramondre Stevenson this week. I really do. For the Thursday slate.
Yes.
I mean, McCaffrey against the Saints right now. The Saints rank. I think the Saints are like they rank like 28th against running back pass plays and DVOA. And how about this little nugget of information? Over the last 3 games, the Saints have actually given up the most rushing yards in the league over the last 3 weeks. How about that?
I like it.
184.3 yards per game allowed. So, yeah.
Another typically strong but reeling defense. So yeah, I'm on the CMC side too. Although I do like Stevenson always. Yes. Next question from Caliber Reigns. Howard, are you out of the doghouse with your wife for the birthday present fiasco?
Oh, no. She'll never forget. She'll never forget. She'll forever living in the doghouse there. It's not like I'll never get out of the doghouse. It's just how much do I have to do just to get her to talk to me again? That's what it is.
Yes.
You don't even know the story, do you?
For the birthday? Yeah.
Did I tell
that was
you
Thursday night, right?
Yeah. But I said I made her watch football. I told her that there was going to, yeah. And that didn't happen. I tell you, she wanted to go out afterwards. So I suggested that we go to a bar that I know. It's probably about 15 minutes away. I knew it was still open. Also happens to be the bartender over there happens to be an ex-girlfriend of mine, but from high school. A
long time ago.
Yeah, exactly. So that was the birthday fiasco. There it is.
Oh man.
What's Caliber Reigns' question? Let's get to
the real question.
Let's get out of my personal life, please. Please.
I have Justin Herbert and Cousins. Another manager wants Cousins. His quarterbacks are Stafford, Mills, Zach Wilson, and Corral. I can see why. He is offering me, but he's offering me Dillon for Cousins. My running backs are Gibson, Brian Robinson, Connor Spiller, Aaron Jones. The other manager has Khalil Herbert. Should I be asking for more in return?
You should be asking for a whole lot more.
Yeah, and would Herbert be a better choice?
No.
Side note, I'm 4-7. No, because Herbert won't do anything for you. Not right now.
Nothing.
Gotta be something other than Dillon. I mean, even if so I know you're wanting to upgrade at running back, but
But you can't start Dillon because you're starting Aaron Jones every week. You're starting Aaron Jones and James Conner every week. So you need a guy who is significantly better than either one of them, or just at least better than this, the Washington running backs or something like that. Yeah, there's garbage. Yeah, you want better for Cousins. No deal.
For sure. And do it quick, because again, we talked about that Thursday night game.
Right.
Make that trade within the next 12 hours.
So I equated this, and we'll just get back to the question. So watching Kirk Cousins against the Dallas Cowboys with Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence. Did you ever watch one of those? Like, have you ever watched like Nat Geo Wild, and you're watching those like documentaries of like orcas? And they're just like, they're tossing the seal up in the air, like they're playing with their food, and they're beating up the seal, and they're knocking it unconscious so that they can just chomp, 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 chomp. That's what Kirk Cousins looked like to me between Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence last week.
Yeah,
he was like poor unconscious baby seal.
Yes. I wish I could remember who said this. Someone on Twitter, I wish I could remember who it was, said that in Kirk Cousins' defense, like for his age, that was technically a primetime game for him. So that might have been why that he had a little bit of a struggle there.
4:00 start. He's used to having the blue plate special.
He is. It's like early bird special for him. He's getting up there in age. So yeah, I was like, you know what? That makes sense. That could be the reason. Next, I wish I could remember who said that. Next question from Lentil. Happy Thanksgiving from the Cowboys game. Appreciate you always. Thank you. Full PPR. I am starting Juju, Campbell as wide receiver and 2 flex. Leave that or switch to Gallup, Lazard, Brian Robinson, or White. I am starting Lenny at running back if that matters. I think it does matter. I'll start off right here, Coward. Are you starting Leonard Fournette over Rachaad White?
I'm not sure. I want to see practice on Friday. I really do. And I want to see the walkthrough on Saturday, because if his hip is bothering him still, no, I definitely don't want to start him at all. Yeah. And if he's, if I only see limited practice, well, then no, then I would probably have to start Rachaad White, because what we're looking at here is, so Bull said, going to ride the hot hand. I don't necessarily does that mean that, well, Rachaad White looked better to start the last time we played, and so I'm going to use Rachaad White and see how he goes? Or does Todd Bowles say, I'm going to give Leonard Fournette the start. He's the guy. Tom Brady recruited him. We're paying him, this whole thing. If he falters, we switch to White. And if he looks like the better back, then we're just going to stay with him. Like that.
That's a good question.
So I'm kind of up in the air on that, because, that's kind of what I'm looking at. But if I see that Leonard Fournette is he's still a little gimpy in practice, and, he's just on the sidelines riding a stationary bike, then I'm going with Rachaad White over Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
The rest of this, I would love to see about getting Lazard in there, but did I just hear that Aaron Rodgers' thumb is broken? And that it's been broken.
He's
since
been
week
since
5.
Yeah. So, which would explain, it would explain some stuff, but
what was that? Wait, what was that noise?
It's kind of it's been since week 5. It's I don't know. When I hear 10 weeks later, something's happened, I'm kind of
wish I would have known.
Yeah. I kind of think you have to be prepared. I would go ahead and sub out Judy for Lazard. You have time to wait, but I don't have confidence that Judy is going to play. Other than that, I think you're fine.
Yeah. So Lazard for possibly Judy, White possibly for Fournette.
Yeah.
Everything else stays the same.
And then rest of season question, tied in with Fields being up. Are we switching from Kmet to Knox?
I feel like if Fields is going to continue to play, I feel like he has eyes for Kmet, and if his shoulder is kind of cranky or whatever, then the shorter passing to Kmet is probably in play. I would probably just stick with him.
Yeah, I still prefer Komet. I mean, you just think of what's in front of Komet. Kind of sort of Mooney. What's
Right.
in front of Knox? A whole lot.
A
So
whole lot.
yeah, so I still lean the Komet direction. Question from Lentil. One more start sit. I am starting Amon-Ra St. Brown, ETN, Walker as my RB1 wide receiver flex, and I have Pickens, Lazard, Pickens, Burks, Damon Pierce, Brian Robinson, James Robinson on bench. Should I switch anyone?
Ooh, no, I don't think you switch
No.
anybody there. That's again, Lentil getting all sorts of braggadocious. I'm so sorry. I have to sit Alan Lazard and George Pickens and oh yeah, that Burks character with his 100-yard game last week. St. Brown, ETN, and Walker. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that. Oh,
Yeah.
Walker against the Raiders this week. Oh,
It's beautiful. When
oh,
I have a dynasty league where I plugged it back into my lineup and it's got the wildest scoring settings. But first it's PPR, points per first down, bonuses and stuff. And man, I saw his projection and moved him back in. I just got me so excited there. Yeah, Kenneth Walker.
I love Kenneth
Oh, that's my
Walker.
boy. Every time. It feels good. Last one, trying to stay a step ahead of the competition. Would it be good to stash David Bell? David Bell, Marlon Mack, Rita, Ronald Jones, Justin Jackson, or Eno Benjamin? Hmm.
I don't want any of them.
Yeah. The only one I could mildly find some justification for is Brita, just pure handcuff wise. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
David Bell is a wild one. I like the amount that he's on the field and the lack of usage is
It's crazy,
fascinating.
right? It's crazy.
Fascinating. Can't trust it though. All right. From Rowdy 357, need two in PPR. Zeke, Thielen, Mooney.
I mean, I'll go Zeke, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's Mooney with a banged up Fields or Thielen. Again, here you go. If Belichick's taking out Jefferson and Cook, is it Thielen and Hawkinson as the two,
Yeah.
two targets we tilt to?
I still lean with going with Mooney.
Still going with Mooney.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Zeke
it.
and Mooney.
Zeke and Mooney. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Question from Cam Greasy. If Chase can't go, Josh Palmer, Brandon Cooks, Curtis Samuel.
Ooh.
Got James Robinson and Akers too, but thought they were a step behind. You're correct.
If Chase can't go and Mike Williams is out, I'll use Josh Palmer.
Yeah.
If Mike Williams is in, then I'll pivot to Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, I agree with that. And Mike Williams, for what it's worth, Mike Williams did not practice, although you don't have to make the decisions yet, so you're good. But I agree, it's Palmer if you.
Yeah, stop saying that he didn't practice. It really upsets me. I have him on a lot of teams, Tara.
I'm sorry.
Stop being
None
like
for me.
that. Don't be like that.
I'm sorry. One more question from Rowdy 357. Kirk or Trevor?
Huh.
Also have Fields, but no, that's tough. Well, okay, Kirk or Trevor, but also have Fields. So I feel like you got to wait that one out, right? You can't go with Kirk right now.
Can't go with Kirk.
You have
it's either
Fields,
going to be.
So you just need to pause and wait and see, right?
Yeah. So don't use Kirk. I think Kirk and Trevor Lawrence, I think they're like right neck and neck with each other.
Yeah.
Like right neck and neck with each other. So yeah, I would just I would wait and see what happens with Fields, and we'll go from there. Because the Jets suck.
Yes. Next question from Dan Jackalope. I need a RB2. Oh no, it's two running backs, two wide receivers, and a flex. Half PPR. We're looking total of 5. We got a lot here.
Oh, so
Najee.
Set the whole lineup here. Here we go.
Yes. Najee, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Walker, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, and Chris Olave. Wait. Well, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're leaving out 2. Is that right?
Okay. I'm definitely starting Kenneth Walker. My other running back will be.
That's tough.
That is tough. I kind of Miles Sanders hasn't. Yeah, I like him. I don't love him though. So I think I would just go with Najee.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I would go with Najee here. So Najee, Kenneth Walker, two wide receivers. Well, AJ Brown is an obvious one. Terry
Mm-hmm.
McLaurin is another obvious one. And then Flexy with Chris Olave.
Yeah, there you go.
So we only sat one person. We only had to sit one person.
Yes.
Sorry, Miles. Mm.
Yeah. Sorry, Miles. It's you, buddy. Obi-Wan Outlaw, Kamara or Jeff Wilson? Oh, that's okay. We already. Yeah. So we're committed to our Jeff Wilson over Kamara, right?
We are committing to
Yes.
Jeff Wilson over Kamara, 100%.
Yes. Rowdy, need two of these between Zeke, Drake, Latavius Murray, and Pirine.
Okay. Well, I would start Zeke. I'm okay with him. And then I would just wait and see what happens. If Joe Mixon clears concussion protocol, then you use Latavius Murray. If he doesn't clear concussion protocol and he's out, then you start Samaje Perine.
Yep. 100% agree.
We're so
Next
smart.
question from, we are. Next question from Buster Cherry. Stevenson and Walker at running back. Who should I flex? Connor, Swift, Christian Watson, Jeff Wilson, DK Metcalf. Fantastic.
Yeah, out of this group here, it comes down to, listen, I love Metcalf in this matchup. I do. But Connor and Wilson are
tough.
I probably go Wilson over Connor, especially with Kyler Murray back. So it's Wilson or Metcalf. I'm gonna go Wilson.
Yeah, it's Wilson for me. If we get another Christian Watson 2-touchdown game, unfortunately, it'll be from the bench out of that grouping. One more question from Rowdy. Yeah, full disclosure, this is for the MSWS League. Need one from Donta Foreman, Hollywood, and Brandon Ayuk.
She's not playing against the Wolf Lady. So the Wolf Lady is my wife. My wife's team in this league kicks ass. I'm so proud of her. I've never been so proud of my wife in a fantasy league, like putting together the team that she's put together in the Man Smart Woman Smarter league. So I love that. I can't trust Hollywood Brown yet. I don't know what's going on with him. And they say he's going to be back. I kind of feel like so it's Deonta Foreman full slate of touches against Denver or Brandon Ayuk. I think I'm going Ayuk.
I think so too. I think that's the way that I would go as well. And then finally get a chance to play Akers, and now Tara poo-pooed him. Akers or James Robinson? But see, you put him up against James Robinson in there, I get a little like, But we do have Mike White at quarterback.
Right, but you're also talking about Michael Carter getting the checkdowns.
I am. Neither one of them is going to catch passes.
No.
Although James Robinson can, but more than likely they're not going to utilize him that way. Yeah, I might go with Akers on this one.
I'll go with Akers on that one too.
Purely matchup. Yeah. And then from Hanso3, happy Thanksgiving to both of you. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. What do you guys think about Kyren Williams rest of season? Would you drop Hunt for him, or would you rather hold on to Hunt in case of a Chubb injury? You don't have Chubb.
So, right. Are they kind of the same guy? I guess I would say I would go with Kyren Williams over Kareem Hunt only because, it's kind of been established that Kareem Hunt is never going to surpass Nick Chubb. Yeah. And Kyren Williams only is competing for touches with Cam Akers. So I guess I would lean Kyren Williams here over Kareem Hunt.
I think so too. And I want to say we do have Deshaun Watson coming back, and I don't feel like that benefits Hunt in particular.
No, I don't either.
So yeah, I can lean that direction with Kyron Williams because we're talking about 2 PPR backs, and the upside probably lies with Williams. So yeah, it's weird. It's like a weird season for the Hunts and the Madisons and the high tier handcuffs.
Right? Yeah, the high tier handcuffs not getting the work.
Mm-mm. This is like the one season I drafted Alexander Madison in a league, and I really don't get to reap a benefit here. Like,
yeah,
the only reason. All right.
Hans followed it up with or drop Gus Edwards for Kyron. I would drop Kareem Hunt before I would drop Gus Edwards.
I 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
Question from Giants fan 13. Happy Thanksgiving to you both. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. Need a wide receiver in a flex. Half PPR. Swift, Curtis Samuel, Josh Palmer, Traylon Burks, Christian Watson.
All right. Well, I mean, I can give the old, if Mike Williams is out, then yes to Josh Palmer, and then I'll pair him up with Curtis Samuel. If Mike Williams plays, then I am sitting Palmer. Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, do we have candy?
We have no candy.
What do you mean we have no candy?
But apparently, whatever we have, I think, did you like sneak some ice cream or something? Someone gave you ice cream, didn't they? Because you are hyper and happy. Okay, here. You can join us.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, wide receiver. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
So I'd go Samuel and so if Mike Williams does play, then I'll sit Palmer and I'll go Samuel. And I think I'd go Watson anyway. I mean, if Rodgers has been throwing with a broken thumb as is, then it's been broken with Watson catching touchdowns. So that's where I'd go.
Yeah. I agree. Those are the two that I would go with as well. Question from Jerem. Germ. I don't know. Germ. There we go. Singletary, Zeke, or Williams?
I think I'd go. Could play two of them if I bench Mixon, but yeah, no, I would wait to see what happens with Mixon there. Singletary, Zeke, or Jamal Williams. I think I'm going Jamal Williams here. I like Zeke's matchup here. I do. I really do. But
here's the problem.
What's the problem?
Well, what happens if Mixon doesn't go, and then you're like, you got to go ahead and you got to go ahead and go with two of them, right?
He does have to go with two of them.
And Zeke are.
Well, no. He only goes with two of them if he benches Mixon. But it sounds like maybe he just needs an RB and a flex because he just said Mixon. He could leave the flex open in case Mixon goes. I don't. Yeah, I'm not really understanding that.
Hopefully the flex is so maybe you have a wide receiver that's better than there's some good options with Singletary and Zeke, honestly. So I don't know.
So let's just rank them: Singletary, Zeke, and Jamal Williams. Let's just rank them then for them. What do you like?
Jamal.
Yes.
Singletary.
Yes.
Zeke. Yes.
Jamal, Singletary, Zeke. All right.
Yes.
I'm with you on that. Absolutely.
No, he definitely had some ice cream or a popsicle or something. There's no way. Like he's just running around up and down the stairs. Like no, someone sugared my kid up. All right. Next question from Giants fan 13. One more half PPR starting Debo, DeAndre Hopkins, Chubb, Aaron Jones. Need one wide receiver in flex between Keenan Allen, Chris Godwin, and Devin Singletary.
Need one wide receiver and a flex between Allen, Godwin, and Singletary. I would probably just go with both wide receivers in this case. I think, Tom Brady coming off of a bye week, I'm okay with that. And then Keenan Allen, he was fine. He made it through the whole game last week. So I can feel confident in there. I like Singletary, but, James Cook does take some touches and, we'll see. Yeah,
I feel like he's the riskier option of the three. So, yeah, I agree with you. Those are the two that I would be going with as well. Question from Rowdy. OG tight end whisper for the OG tight end whisper. Who do we like this week? Dulcich, Knox, or Jawan? Hard to sit Jawan with the touchdown streak.
It is. It is very difficult. However, Dawson Knox is going up against the team that gives up the second most fantasy points per game to the tight end position. I feel like Thanksgiving wonderfulness. I think Josh Allen tries to get everybody the ball in this one here. So I'm gonna go with Knox.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would make sense. Oh, very tough to sit Jawan though. Rowdy,
no more popsicles.
No more at all. Thanksgiving. Thanks for all the help. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. And the stretchy waistband pants. Yeah, I'll be in those as well. Question.
I have a pair of maternity pants that I wear.
Maternity pants are amazing.
They're so good. They're the best. Stop screaming. All right, here I'll rapid fire through the end of it here, and we can just kind of go from
there we go
from this. So Mr. Popsicle over there.
Yes.
All right, he's got Hans has Tua, Kirk Cousins, and Deshaun Watson. Would you roll into the playoffs with all three, or drop one for the likes of Kyron Williams? Yeah. I would definitely not have three quarterbacks on my roster. If drop Kirk Cousins, keep Tua and Watson, and leave it at that. But yeah, go ahead. Ask for Kyron. Pick up Kyron Williams. I'm okay with that. I'm all right. You don't need three quarterbacks on your roster.
I agree, 100%.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Food, family, friends. All right, one wide receiver, one flex from Caliber Reigns. Kirk, Metcalf, Godwin, Rashad White. I like Kirk and Metcalf.
Kirk and Metcalf too.
All right, Kirk and Metcalf it is. Let's see. Let me rapid fire through it. Let's see. Full point PPR. Ayuk, Swift, Foreman in the flex. Ayuk, Swift, or Foreman? I'm going to go with Ayuk.
Yeah, go with Ayuk.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one I like as well.
Ooh, Mike Evans versus Terry McLaurin.
Oh, man. I think I want to go with I think I'm going with Mike Evans.
I think I'm going with Mike Evans too.
That's tough though. That's tough.
I love Terry McLaurin too.
Yeah.
I do, but I think that you gotta go. Yeah, I think we gotta go with Evans.
Yes.
Chark, Duvernay, Claypool, Van Jefferson, pick two. I like Chark and Van.
Yeah, I don't want to go with Claypool, unfortunately. I can't trust
me
it.
neither.
So, yeah, those are two I go with as well.
Yeah. Hans, so you think Watson, when he's back, will be better than Yes, 100%, Hans. It's Deshaun Watson. Yes. Come on, 100%. Dude. Go watch some tape, for crying out loud.
Even Rusty.
Even Rusty, he's better than Kirk Cousins. Half-point PPR, need a flex and a wide receiver 2. Thielen, Slayton, Campbell, Christian Watson.
I like Christian Watson for sure.
Yep, I think I'd go Campbell for the other one.
Campbell, yeah.
Yep.
I'm trusting Campbell for sure.
Cool.
Campbell and Matt Ryan, let's go.
All right, here we go. Wide receiver 2 and a flex. Pollard, Mike Evans, Terry McLaurin. Well, I think you're starting Pollard and Evans here because we just said we'd take Evans over McLaurin.
Yeah.
So there we go. I just traded Rashad White for Fields. So, okay. Start one, Cousins, Lawrence, or Fields. So Luka Magic, wait and see what happens with Fields. Don't bother with Kirk Cousins right now. If Fields doesn't go, then you've got Trevor Lawrence, and you'll be just fine with that. Yeah. Full point PPR. Is there any reason I should sit Deonta Foreman for Kyron Williams? No.
No.
Let's see. What else we got? Should I start Pierce, Foreman, Christian Watson, Treylon Burks, or Latavius Murray? I feel like Dameon Pierce is the play.
I think I'm going with Watson.
Watson for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I can dig it.
Full PPR or what was the?
It doesn't say. Doesn't say.
Unless it says standard, I still lean towards Watson.
All right, Christian Watson, Noah. That's what Tara says. Let's see. Happy Turkey Day to you too, Andrea. Is Fournette going to play this week? It sounds like he is going to, but you'll just have to check practice reports on that. Should I drop Patriots 6-time champs is the worst screen name anybody could possibly have? I'm just letting you know. Should I drop Geno Smith for Deshaun Watson? I have Prescott as my number 1.
That's tough.
I mean, I if you're looking to set up for the playoffs, I wouldn't be against it. You don't trust in Dak?
Well, I hate to. I don't know Dak's upcoming matchups between when Deshaun is starting, but I feel like Geno is so high. I don't want to drop him. Maybe you try and trade him to somebody who's quarterback needy.
All right. Open up those trade phones there.
Yeah. Like, he's a top 10 quarterback, easy. So.
All right. Damian Pierce or Tony Pollard? All right.
I'm really going to call for help here.
I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to call Parent Protective Services here to save poor Tara. I'm going to say Tony Pollard over Damian Pierce. I'm going to say Juwan Johnson over Moreau and Hurst. I'm going to say St. Brown over Terry McLaurin. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our Thanksgiving live stream. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Come save me.
Oh! Hey, no pulling hair. Don't pull your mom's hair.
Being attacked live.
All right. Well, Tara's being attacked live, so I will just say this. Everybody have a putter in the head, too.
Yeah.
Everybody have a very happy Thanksgiving. For Tera Roberts, I'm Howard Bender. This has been the Fantasy Alarm live stream. Eat lots. Have fun at Thanksgiving. Enjoy the games. We love you so much.